Hey, what's up, gardeners and green thumbs, all you plant lovers? Welcome back to the garden. My name's Kevin. This is Field Trippin'. Today it is finally time. It's tomato time. Tomatoes are here. I've had a few last week and a little bit before that were ripe, but now the garden is really in full swing. Most of the tomatoes are either ripe or really close to ripe. So in today's video, I'm gonna take you on a tour of our tomato selection here. I think we have 40 plus varieties and over 65 different plants that we're growing. So a lot of tomatoes to look at, from big to small. Take a look right here. Look at these beautiful Sweet 100s here. Have you ever seen a Sweet 100 that big? Look how big that is. Beautiful Sweet 100. And then of course to my left, you're right, look at this. So if you are a fan of big, beautiful tomatoes, you know, let's harvest this one right now. I was gonna wait. This is a pineapple tomato, and I was gonna wait to the main body of the video, but look at that. That is a beautiful tomato. Look at that. So if you like tomatoes, stick around for more tomato action. I'm gonna go through one by one for the most part, look at some different varieties, show you what's harvesting, and maybe we'll even follow it up with a nice tasting video. What do you think? Slice these open, put that on a sandwich? All right, let's get after it. So I've had a pretty busy morning here the past few hours. I've been stringing up the tomatoes a little bit higher, pruning and cleaning them up a little bit, although there's plenty of more to do. Actually, I just got to get on it. There's so much to do, but I want to start off with one of my favorite tomatoes. Can you recognize this one? This is my favorite. This is a, was it a sun gold? I'm sorry, I almost called it a sun sugar, although we do have some of those out here potentially. A sun gold tomato, and I'm telling you, that is so good. They come on these nice long clusters you see here, especially, and these are kind of nice. The more that I've pruned and kept a nice clean canopy, so we first pruned and kind of turned it into like a 2-3 central liter plant. Now it's actually divided quite a bit up top, but no problem. Plenty to choose from. So you can see all these beautiful sun gold in here. That is ripe right there. Nice, tight, glossy skin. No more of the yellow or the green in there. You can see how they kind of start. They'll go from there to there to there. That's when it's time to ripen. So we'll come back and harvest those off video. You can see, like I showed you earlier, these are the Sweet 100s, my other favorite. I'm gonna have a lot of favorites today's video, I'm sorry, but they're delicious as well. So if you have kids who don't like tomatoes at first, sometimes the Sweet 100s and the Sun Golds are really awesome at getting people to enjoy tomato if they're not, you know, fully there yet. So right here, I saw this in the opener, in our intro, you saw this, look how many we have here. This is a pineapple tomato. They're unripe right here, unripe, right? That's big pineapples over there, but I'll show you a few that are ripe. You see I pulled one off already, and let's take a look. So these ones don't get that traditional red like you might see on other tomatoes like your Ace. Now they will get yellows and oranges, but I can tell this one's not ready because you can see that it's still kind of green a little bit right there, really kind of firm to the touch. Hasn't quite got that final gloss on it yet, but it looks really good. I mean, you can see that is a big tomato. That's gonna be a couple pounds. Oh, wait. And this is why it's good to go through your garden every now and then and do a little checkup, because you wouldn't want to miss out on these. It breaks my heart when a nice big tomato goes unharvested. And this is a massive tomato. Let me take a look at this. Let me see if I can prune it. I do believe this one's ready. It's clear up. Yep, it's got a little give to its skin. I'm going to cut it. It's resting on a plant, so I don't think it's going to fall. But look at this tomato. This is the pineapple. Oh my gosh, that is a monster. Woo-wee, it's a boy. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Let me pull that away so you can actually see it. That's a couple pounds. I'll have to weigh this one. It could be a 2-pounder, maybe even more. That is big. Look at that. My hand, it covers my entire hand. I'll go put that with the other one that we found, but look at that. That is awesome. Oh, there you go, right by your friend. He's even bigger than the first one. Holy smokes. All right, so let's go grab a few more. So you can see the pineapples definitely are a fun one to grow because they're so massive. Their color's so unique. Let's see if we can find another one on this side. Oh yeah, look, there's plenty coming. Look how big this one is. And I don't think it's ripe yet, but it's close, maybe later in the week, but that is a monster. All right, so I won't dwell on those. Now we've got other varieties as well. So let's take a look right here. Now this is gonna be your tried and true. If you like just like a red, beautiful, standard tomato that just is as tomato as it gets, this is the plant for you. This is the Ace 55. Just a really good all-around tomato, a slicer, and they ripen from the bottom, so I can actually, I saw one in here. Can you see that? I know it's hard to see. See that red shining through? Right there. It might be easier on the other side, but I'm gonna try to grab it from right here anyhow. It's a little one. Yep. So there's a little one. That's actually on the smaller side for your ace, but they can be from this size and even larger. So let me show you what that looks like. Oop, I'm sorry. Sorry about the camera work here. You can see we got some big aces coming along right here. This one's got a little sun damage, not so bad as my other plants, but it just, you can see it's a little bleached out. Not the worst problem in the world to have, but noticeable. But that's okay, because look, it's starting to ripen. So we'll get these ones out of here, and those are some monster aces. So unlike this little guy, you can see they kind of can stretch in size. And so we're gonna keep a close watch on these, because like I said, for the people in my life, I got a cousin, Taunted Tiger. He loves just a nice red, dark red tomato. And so when these get there, those are gonna go straight to him, or at least the first few, you know? We like to share them around, but he is a big fan. And so you can see, not quite ripe yet on a lot of those. So we're gonna have to be patient. That's okay. Patience, patience. Now, if you like making pasta sauce, this is the tomato for you. This is a Roma tomato, nice paste tomato. I like eating them in all types of situations, like I'll even make salsa with them if I have to. But no, they're really good for making pasta sauce and whatnot. Yep, there it is. The Roma, and that's what our label says. We planted these from seeds a while back. Oh, you know what? I think I see one that's ripe. Let me see if I can pull one out and show you. There you go. You can see it has a much different shape, kind of elongated. I can feel it has a different texture. It's kind of pastier. Like I said, just a different tomato all around. But this is gonna be fun. We're gonna make pasta sauce with the students if we get a chance, which would be nice, at least a little bit. And then over here, we'll go back to our sun golds. You can see they are just killing it right now. The hard part has been keeping them clipped, keeping them pruned a little bit and going upwards. So they'll start from the bottom up. A lot of them, you'll notice they'll ripen starting down here, and then as those go, you'll kind of prune them out, clean them up a little bit, and then you'll just keep getting more and more fruit production, which is great. And of course, the peppers have been growing like wild. We got bell peppers, hot peppers. Look at this, right before I filmed, these wings were so top heavy, I was starting to stake them up, and I realized, you know, before I stake them, let me harvest a little bit. Let me get out of that light. So I'm just harvesting. That isn't even all of it. That just started a little bit of a harvest right there, but you can see. So if you want a lot of sweet peppers and you're kind of burnt out on bells, look at that. Like, these are big monster peppers, and they're sweet, they're crunchy. They have a great texture, great flavor, so I'm really been enjoying them, and they're prolific. The plants are just producing. So as you saw in a recent video, these ones were sunburnt, and they got a little damaged on top, but you know what? I might actually get a slice or two out of there, so we'll see. And I left those ones just to shade the ones below it, and then once they're all ripe, we'll pull it out, feed those ones to the worms, or cut out what we can cut out. Now, like I said, this is my other favorite tomato. This one's not quite there yet, although pretty close. Actually, I might pull it. That's pretty good. That is a Cherokee purple tomato, and they are delicious. They are one of my favorites, just a great slicer. I ate some this weekend on some sandwiches, and they were just amazing. So this whole row right here, I love this tomato so much. And it usually, compared to some other tomato plants, it doesn't produce quite as much, but you know what? This year is kind of doing the opposite. They look really healthy. They're producing a lot of tomatoes, and they're just now starting to go, which is great. So you can see I have this tomato here. You can see another one down here. And like I said, their color is a bit different. So they're gonna be green on top, even when they're ripe, but you'll notice the bottom will get a nice deep color. And you can kind of feel it. It has a little bit of give. Whereas when you go up to these ones that are just starting out, they're really firm. It's like a little stone. So once it gets that better color and it starts to get a little give in its cheeks, you know, a little color in its cheeks and a little, you know, you'll pinch on its cheeks, you know that they're ready to go. So those ones are looking good. Here's another one right here that looks really killer. Let me pull this one out. This is what I want when I think of a Cherokee purple. Look at that big boy. Woo! That is a behemoth. So I might even give this one 1 or 2 more days. I probably could harvest it and eat it and it'd be just fine. But because I'm gonna be harvesting so many ripe tomatoes that are ready to eat and use right now, I'll wait a few, maybe when I come back tomorrow or the next day, to pull that one off. It's in the shade, so I'm not too worried. If it was out in the full sun, I'd probably just grab it just so it could come home with me or somebody. And I wouldn't want it to be ruined out in the garden. All right, hang with me, we're doing good. So now right here, this is the experimental portion of my garden. And actually I might have to do a whole separate video on these to go greater in depth, but these are all from a grower, you know, from Brad Gates, a breeder, tomato breeder of Wild Boar Farm fame. Awesome dude. And he gave me some of these for free, which is awesome. Donated them to the school. And these are all testers. They're all part of the tomato trials for this summer. And they are all brand new hybrids that have never before really been grown by too many people, although a handful of folks are growing them right now, which is great. But they're not open on the market yet. But look at this. Look how many blossoms are all over these branches. And then what you get are these monster clusters. This is one branch right here. That's one branch. Look at that. Pounds and pounds on one branch of these small, this is called Berry's Crazy Cherry. And they are so good, so good. Not too acidic, real sweet. Good look, the skin kind of chews up really easily, doesn't get stuck to your teeth. So good, so that one's awesome. Here's another one I'm really kind of curious about, because look at these colors on there. They're nuts. So this one's about ready to be harvested here, maybe another week or so. They're close. So, and that one is Blue Beauty spots or whatever. So there's so many different cool ones out here. Another one that I'm really tickled on is this. Actually, some of them don't even have names yet. This is a new hybrid, unnamed, and called the Bag and BBB. It's a hybrid between two different tomatoes that are already also hybridized. But look at that, super cool. On these nice little clusters, these little eggs, and I'll have to pull some of those off and test them out myself because they are bad to the bone. And you can tell, look at the genetics, maybe either aren't quite there yet or aren't stabilized. Because look, this is the same plant, or supposed to be at least, because these first three are supposed to be the same. But look at this one, completely different. So either it got mislabeled or its genetics are totally different, which is cool. So look at that. So I'm guessing they must be different. This one must have got mislabeled or something. Something, hard to say. Very cool. So those are all brand new varieties. And actually I want to show you a few more before I let you go. And if you stuck around this long, I want to thank you so much. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button, all that good stuff. You can see over here, these are some really cool ones as well. This is also a new variety from Wild Boar. This one's called Fruity No. 4 Flavor Bomb. And they come in different sizes, but you can kind of see one here. Let me show you. And so that one has these stripes. Very delicious as well. Let me take a bite. Oh yeah, very tomatoey. Super good. Super good. Wow, that is delicious. Okay, well, let me get to it. There's that one. And we've also got a few more, but they're not quite ripe yet. They're not quite there yet. So I'm gonna have to come back on these, but you can see the plants are looking really healthy. We've got one of my favorites, the Black Beauty, which is a variety you can grow. It's out and available, and we grew it last year. Very cool, black skin with a deep red flesh, and they're fun. We're almost there. I know I got a lot of tomatoes to show off. So right here on the backside here, this is another Wild Boar Farm tomato. I believe this one is Atomic Fusion. So a lot of their names are really wacky and out of this world, but guess what? So their tomatoes are wacky and out of this world. These are actually ripe. I just barely tugged that off and it came right off into my hand. That is a tomato, friends. That is the Atomic Fusion. Very cool tomato. It's actually ripe right now. You can kind of feel it has a little bit of give. So I've been watching them for a while. They don't get much bigger than this little egg here, little goose egg or so. But that is it. We're gonna pull a few of these off and take them home and test them out. Cannot wait, yum. That's gonna be so good. Now we've got a few more to look at. This, this is the Lucid Gem. Lucid Gem, and look at that. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. I've yet to eat one of these yet, so I can't tell you if it's good or not, but I think it's gonna be delightful. If I know Wild Boar Farm tomatoes as well as I think I do, they're gonna be delicious. So really interesting color as well. You can see they actually get some kind of browns and purples and yellows and oranges in there. Very cool tomato. Very much looking forward to trying that out. So, and I'm kind of learning on how to, when to harvest those as well. It's always kind of fun to get a new variety because it kind of gives you new things to test out and try. This is another variety right here. Let me find the tag. That is Kryptonite. Oh yeah, this could be my Kryptonite, but look at these. These are cool looking, super cool. So I'm looking forward to these coming off as well. I think I grew some last year, and if memory serves, they were delicious. You can see a bunch more coming in here. Oh, this one's ripe, a little too ripe. All right, there you go. Very delicious as well. And that is the Cosmic Eclipse. Look at that cosmic eclipse. Can't wait to enjoy that as well. You can see I still need to do some pruning down in here and clip away some of this unhealthy material. That'll be good for my plants. Almost there, friends. Almost there. So now I might have to break this into a couple different episodes. You can see right in here, this is also one of my new favorites. This is like, it might pass the Cherokee Purple potentially as one of my favorites. This is the pink Berkeley tie-dye, and they get this, you know, kind of red bottom, pink sides, some green stripes, and they are, look at that, just give it a gentle tug, comes right off. And they are, I mean, amazing, just so good. This is actually one of the tomatoes that helped put wild boar on the map, because people just loved it once they got their hands on it. People were in love with it. Well, I actually have a lot more tomatoes to talk about and show off, but you know what? I am melting out here in the sun. I've got to get back to my own sun, and there's so much more to do. But we've got a lot more to talk about. We've got some more experimental hybrids in here that, like I said, I'll probably have to do a separate video just on these ones alone, because this whole row right here are all new hybrids. This one right here is called Tim's Taste of Paradise. You see how big it is? These are supposed to be the Sun Gold killers. These are ones that were bred to be better flavored than the Sun Gold. And I know that's hard to imagine, but look, they're really, really small and tiny. But guess what? Oh my gosh. You know, I can see why people think they're better than the Sun. They are so good. That it tastes like it's been seasoned. Like it has a flavor all its own. It's really fresh, very clean, very, very sweet. It's juicy. The skin kind of is easy to chew and eat. Oh my gosh, so those are gonna be fun. Tim's Taste of Paradise, I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, we'll have to dig into a few more of these other varieties that I've yet to name, because or I've yet to give a name to in this video, because there's just so many tomatoes, not enough time. Oh wait, here's a big one right here we can end on. Look at this. So check this out. One's got a little sunburnt, but guess what? That tomato didn't give up. That tomato did not give up. Let me pull that baby off without doing too much damage. Oh, there we go. Now that's our last tomato of the day. That is a pink Berkeley tie-dye, and this one got really crazy. But I'm gonna love enjoying this and sharing it with people. Cannot wait. So So I hope you enjoyed the garden tour. Like I said, I actually even left a lot out, but there's just too much to show right now, and I have so much more to do. So I really appreciate everybody stopping by for being part of the channel. Until next time, garden friends, happy gardening to you all. And of course, never stop growing. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, pumpkins are doing good. We did it, guys.